Do I need to learn to read sheet music to play guitar? Short answer, no, you don't. Does it help? It can. Depends on the type of guitar playing you're doing, but most guitar players that I find typically just read tab, and some can read sheet music if they played another instrument, but most guitar players don't necessarily seek out to read sheet music. Again, it can be helpful. So, like, if we take a look at a couple of examples here, like on, Ultimate Guitar, super popular tab website. Like here on Ultimate Guitar, if I look up Hotel California, if you don't have, the professional version, and you go to like just a regular old tab, you'll get a generic strumming pattern, no sheet reading, but there is some rhythm written underneath, and you're kind of left to fend for yourself. A lot of times using your ears to figure out, when do I change to this chord? I mean, they're written above the lyrics, but a lot of times that's not super helpful when it comes to timing. Or if I go to like an actual tab written out like this, which is pretty common, there's no rhythm notation written underneath, so you're kind of left to read this while listening to the song and figure, okay, this is playing here, and trying it again and again and again until you get it, which is really frustrating. But that's kind of how a lot of guitar players play. It's how they learn to play a lot of songs. But the best tabs are going to have the rhythm written underneath, where like under here you see this is eighth note followed by a couple of sixteenths, another 16th, and then another eighth note, and so on. This tells me at what pace I should play this and what I should play these notes at, while mixed up with the numbers up here and the time signature giving me, oh, okay, like this is how you count this measure and any other measures that follow. So this is the portion that the time signature and the rhythm, that's what's beneficial when it comes to sheet reading. So you're not reading notes on the staff, but because we're using numbers, it's just a lot faster. I mean, it can be useful for other reasons, but usually this is the fastest way to learn a song and to write one down. So I would recommend learning how to read rhythm, not necessarily sheet reading, but understanding how rhythm works with music to understand how this all works with playing, and work with tabs that have that written in. You'll end up learning a song way faster than, listening to the song a million times, trying to figure out, okay, when do I play this note and when? Just like here, if you don't find a tab that has it written underneath, sometimes you'll see the sheet reading portion written above. Like if I switch this here, it'll have both. And you'll see, oh, okay, it's not written below, but these represent the same thing. You don't have to know what these notes are. Like, you don't need to know that that's a B or that's a G or that's an E, but you can see, okay, this 14 here is the 16th followed by another 16th of this 12 and the 16th and an eighth note, and how to read those. That'll be the really beneficial part, and that's what I recommend spending your time on, is figure out how the rhythm works. If you have any other questions that you'd like to see answered, leave a comment. I'd love to get to them. Now, happy practicing.